Hi, it's the time of year that we begin to think about winter weather. It's cold outside. Maybe you can hear the wind blowing. Maybe there's snow where you live. So, the first story we're going to share today is The Winter Fox by Timothy Knapman, illustrated by Rebecca Harry, and published by Nosy Crow Books. Once there was a fox who played all summer long. Summer is nearly over, called Fox. Come and play with me while the sun is shining. But his friends were all too busy. Winter is coming, they said. We have work to do. The friends were worried about Fox. What would happen to him when winter came? Let me help you, Fox, said Rabbit. I can show you just the right place to build a home, and then you will be near us all winter long. But Fox didn't listen. He was too busy rolling around on the soft carpet of flowers. So Owl tried to help. I can show you how to make a cozy bed, she said. Then you'll be snugly and warm all winter. But Fox didn't listen. He was too busy splashing in the lake. Next, it was Squirrel's turn to try. I can show you how to store food, he said. Then you'll have plenty to eat all winter long. But Fox still didn't listen. He was too busy chasing butterflies. Winter is coming, said Fox's friends. The white snow will fall and the freezing wind will blow, and we will be tucked up till spring. But what will you do? I will play in the snow and sing to the wind and have the whole forest to myself, said Fox. Now come and have fun. But the other animals had work to do, while Fox just played all through the autumn. And then winter came. The white snow fell and the freezing wind blew. Rabbit had his cozy home in the right place. Owl had her warm and snuggly nest, and Squirrel had lots of tasty acorns to eat. They were all ready for winter. But what about Fox? You see them all in their homes, and here's Fox all alone out in the snow. Poor Fox was too cold to play in the snow, too hungry to sing to the wind, and he was all on his own in the frozen forest. Oh, I wish I'd listened to my friends, thought Fox. I wish. Fox looked up for a star to wish upon, and the more he wished, the bigger the star grew, until it grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Bonk! It hit him on the head. Ouch, said Fox, but it wasn't a star at all. It was a box wrapped in shiny silver paper. The box had broken open and spilled out toys and food and bright things that sparkled in the snow. Fox could have kept it all for himself, but he had a better idea. Quickly, he piled everything back into the box and set off. He had work to do. Now, if you look closely on this page, you can see a hint as to where the box came from. Can you see that right up there? Let's see what Fox is going to do with the gift that he got. The next morning, Rabbit, Owl, and Squirrel found wonderful gifts outside their homes. Where did it all come from, they wondered. And then they spotted a trail of paw prints in the snow and followed them all the way to, see them with their gifts? They followed the paw prints all the way to Fox. He had a great feast laid out for them. Presents and now this, said his friends. Thank you, Fox. You all tried to help me before, but I wouldn't listen, said Fox. I'm sorry. When they couldn't eat anything more, the animals played in the snow and sang to the wind. They chased snowflakes and went sliding across the frozen lake and rolled on the soft carpet of snow. At last it started to get dark, and Rabbit said, It's nearly time for bed, Fox. Why don't you come back with us? So the four friends packed everything up and walked through the forest. As the moon rose above them, the friends reached the big oak tree. "See, Fox," said Rabbit, "if you build your home here, you'll be near us all winter. It's just the right place." "And if you make a cozy bed from this box and paper," said Owl, "you will be snugly and warm when the freezing wind blows. And look, if you store up these leftovers," said Squirrel, "you'll have plenty to eat until the white snow melts." And for once, Fox did listen. "Thank you," he said. "You are such good friends." Now Fox had everything he needed, and he was never cold or hungry or lonely again. The end. This story is about a hat. Let's see what happens in the story. It's called The Hat by Jan Brett. And Jan Brett is not only the author, but she's also the illustrator. She drew the pictures for the book. It was published by G.P. Putnam Sons. Winter was on the way. Lisa took her woolen clothes out of the chest and carried them all outside. She was hanging them up in the fresh air when a strong wind blew one of her stockings off the line. See, she's carried all of her winter clothes outside and hung them on the line to air out. But one of her stockings or socks blew off the line. Let's see what happens to it. Curious, Hedgie the hedgehog found it and poked his nose in. When he pulled it out, the stocking was stuck on his prickles. How embarrassing, Hedgie thought. The mother hen came by with her chicks. "Cackle, cackle," she clucked and laughed. "What's that on your head, Hedgie?" "Why, it's my new hat," he told her. "Isn't it beautiful?" The mother hen cocked her head as if she had an idea, and off she ran. Can you see Hedgie with the sock on his head like a hat? Hedgie saw the noisy gander looking down at him. "Honk, honk, ho, ho, ho," laughed the gander. "Look at that, the hedgehog has flipped his gizzard." "Laugh today, gander, but tomorrow when it rains, my hat will keep me dry," said Hedgie. The gander thought for a minute, and off he ran. The barn cat was watching from the tree as Hedgie tugged at the stocking. "Meow," he called down. "What a silly looking hedgehog you are with that thing on your head." "But my ears will be warm in a snowstorm," said Hedgie. Purred the cat, and off he ran. The farm dog and her puppies found Hedgie in a patch of brambles. "Hedgie, is that a hat you're wearing? How funny you look," she barked, and her puppies yelped and giggled. "But I'll be cozy when it snows," Hedgie said. The farm dog's ears perked up, and off she ran. Wonder where they're all going. "Oink, oink," the piglet squealed. "What are you up to, Hedgie?" the mama pig asked. "Making sure my hat doesn't fall off if an icy wind blows up." "I see," said the mama pig, and off she ran. "Hedgie, what is that ridiculous thing on your head?" The pony snorted at Hedgie. That was the last straw. "It's my hat, of course. Don't you know that everyone should wear a hat in winter when it's cold and snowy?" Hedgie shouted. The pony looked startled. Hedgie was usually so friendly, and off he ran. Hedgie just wanted to be alone. He was tired of everyone laughing at him. When with this thing on his head, he couldn't even fit inside his den. He didn't see Lisa running after him and the other stocking in her hand. "Come back, you silly hedgehog," she called. "Oh no," thought Hedgie, "even the girl is laughing at me." Lisa caught up and pulled the stocking off Hedgie's head. "You ridiculous little hedgehog," she said. "Don't you know that animals don't wear clothes?" Hedgie headed for his den, and Lisa started back toward the clothesline. That's when she saw all of her missing woolens. The animals had taken them, and each one was thinking, now I am wearing a magnificent hat. Can you see all of these animals? The chickens have gloves on. The dog's wearing her sweater. The horse has a scarf. Can you see all of the animals? They're all wearing Lisa's clothes. Lisa was still chasing them when Hedgie reached his den. How ridiculous they look, he said. Don't they know that animals should never wear clothes? The end.